In the quiet village of Omoma, there lived a beautiful young woman named Adaugo. Her beauty was the kind that made people stop in their tracks. With smooth skin, bright eyes, and a figure that drew admiration from everyone. Adaugo had a lot of friends and received many favors from people, but her closest friend was Amaka. They were inseparable, always together, sharing secrets, laughter, and stories. But Adaugo had a secret that she herself did not know about for many years. Before Adaugo was born, her mother had struggled to have children. She prayed day and night to the gods, but nothing happened. One day, while she was crying by the river, a goddess appeared before her. The goddess handed a shiny egg and said, "You will have a daughter, but remember this, her life depends on this egg. If it breaks, she will be no more. Keep it safe and tell no one." The woman was overjoyed and soon gave birth to Adaugo. She kept the egg hidden inside a calabash in her home and never spoke of it to anyone, not even to her daughter. Adaugo grew up without knowing that her life was tied to this mysterious egg. She lived a carefree life, admired and loved by many. As the years went by, Adaugo's mother grew old and weak. One day, she called Adaugo to her bedside. "There is something you must know, my daughter," she said, her voice shaky. "Your life depends on an egg that I was given before you were born. It is hidden in the calabash. If anything happens to that egg, you will disappear forever." Adaugo was shocked. She promised her mother she would protect the egg with her life. But remember, her mother warned, this is a secret. No one must know, not even your closest friend. Adaugo nodded, but as the days went on, the weight of the secret began to feel heavy. She had always shared everything with Amaka, her best friend. They had been through thick and thin together, and Adaugo trusted her with all her heart. One afternoon, while they sat by the river, Adaugo couldn't hold back anymore. "Amaka," she whispered. "My mother told me that my life depends on an egg," Adaugo said. "It's hidden in a calabash in our house. If the egg ever breaks, I will die." Amaka's eyes widened in surprise, but deep down something else stirred. For years, she had been jealous of Adaugo's beauty and the way people admired her. Adaugo had always been the center of attention, while Amaka stood in the background. Hearing about the egg gave Amaka a wicked idea, though she hid her thoughts well. Days passed and everything seemed normal. Amaka and Adaugo continued their friendship as if nothing had changed. But Amaka began visiting Adaugo's house more frequently, always keeping an eye on the calabash. One day, while Adaugo was out, Amaka saw her chance. She entered the house quietly, found the calabash, and reached for the egg. Her heart pounded in her chest as she held it in her hands. Suddenly, Amaka hesitated. What if it was all just a story? What if nothing would happen? She shook her head, her jealousy pushing her forward. With a quick motion, she dropped the egg. A loud crack filled the room, and in that moment, everything went silent. Adaugo, who was out in the market, suddenly felt strange. Her vision blurred. Her body felt light, and before anyone could understand what was happening, she vanished into thin air. People looked around in confusion. No one knew where she had gone. Amaka stood in the house, staring at the broken egg. Fear gripped her heart, but it was too late. The egg was shattered, and so was Adaugo's life. Days turned into weeks, and the village searched for Adaugo, but she was never found. Her disappearance remained a mystery, and no one except Amaka knew the truth. Amaka tried to live with her guilt, but it became too much to bear. She eventually left the village, disappearing just like the friend she had betrayed. In the end, the story of Adaugo taught the village an unforgettable lesson. Not all secrets are meant to be shared, and not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions.